Come in, Ray.
Hickman! I saw it!
It's right here, Ray. It's looking at me.
Don't move. It won't hurt you. Hickman! What happened? Are you okay?
He slimed me.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and it is time. It is time to accept our fate in the afterlife. That is of Ghostbusters, as it is. Reviews are now pouring out, and eager viewers, as such as myself, will be able to see it. And I admit, I am skeptical. I admit that I still believe that they made this movie. They didn't make this movie for us, but they want our money. However, I accept that, and I will provide a fair review of Ghostbusters Afterlife and offer a buffer. Whatever I say the movie is, it's probably 1 point to 1.5 points better. But the critics are raging over too many member berries, and that's giving me some actual optimism. Because usually when critics whine about fan service, that means it's actually loyal to the original, and then it's actually good. So I guess I'll find out in a few hours, but I want to talk about a couple of these reviews right after a quick word from important channel sponsor, Bespoke Post. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Bespoke Post. Look, Bespoke Post is a monthly membership club delivering awesome boxes of top shelf goods from under the radar brands. Every box has about $70 in value, but costs just 45 bucks. And on top of that, 90% of the products in Bespoke Post boxes come from small businesses, many of which are based right here in the United States. You only pay for what you want. You'll get a box that's assigned to you each month based on a quiz that you take when signing up. And before it's shipped, you'll get a preview of what comes inside, and you'll decide if you want to keep it, swap it for a different box, or skip the month entirely for absolutely no charge. Christmas is coming. This is an absolutely amazing gift idea. I've got 3 different ones to show you right now. First of all, the Mars Salon box I put together already because I know it's going to be an awesome gift. It's not just this. It's a American white oak aging barrel, and you also get your own private reserve, which you can label. Then I've got the Hecho box, which is awesome. It comes with this killer mortar and pestle, like the real deal mortar and pestle. It comes with this sweet taco rack, and it comes with a kit to make your very own hot sauce. What a great gift that would be. And the third one I got was from Forge. This features an absolutely stunning knife. You can see they have 3 different colors available. This particular one is uncolored, but they have the blue handle, they've got red, and they've also got a wood grain, handcrafted, American-made. And this is a Damascus steel full tang, by the way. And what's even better, if you use my promo code TheQuartering20, you're gonna get 20% off your first box. Click the link in the description and enter TheQuartering20 at checkout. Bespoke Post makes an amazing gift for friends, family, or even yourself. Hey, their stuff is really nice, and they're a solid sponsor of the channel. Everything I've gotten from them has been really high quality, so makes a good gift for someone else or for yourself. The reviews are in 117 reviews very quickly. What was interesting is we saw, like with the Eternals, the reviews coming in much slower, but 117 reviews means we have a viable sample size. We also have critics, okay? You have to kind of understand the code of the critic. If it's a movie that is pandering and the critics hate it, it's funny because they failed. If it's a movie that is fan servicey and the critics hate it, it's probably really good. I don't think I need to. I mean, there's innumerable examples, but Venom is probably the best. I wouldn't say that Venom is like the best movie I've ever seen in my life, but the people who really like Venom love that movie, and the critics hate it. Venom is a cool character. I remember Venom and Carnage when I was young. Those were like the totally sweet comic book characters when I was young. But it's mixed, 66%. So about half, well, a little more than half of people think it's an okay film. If we look at top critics, it's far worse at 43. And it's weird because it doesn't switch to rotten. If it was top critics only, it is rotten at a 43%. But if we look at it, we want to take a deeper dive into why they hate this movie. There's a lot to it. So the videos that people that like it, comicbookmovie.com, with a 5-star performance from the insanely talented McKenna Grace, Ghostbusters Afterlife proves to be the perfect mix of new and old, delivering a nostalgia-filled, joyous return to form for the franchise that ends the trilogy in style. Ghostbusters is not a trilogy. But anyway. It's not a win for originality, and it may lead to more risk-free cinema, but if you're looking for something that presses all the good feel buttons, Ghostbusters Afterlife is the movie to go see. Good popcorn film. I think that's what the world needs right now. I think that, we have to be careful to not place all of the expectations of the original Ghostbusters film on this film. And we have to look at it separately. That's what I'm trying to do. If I think of this as like a Stranger Things movie with an appearance from the Ghostbusters or something, I think it's got a better chance. When we look at some of the negatives, though, a lot of them kind of mention the same kind of stuff. There's some good in the Ghostbusters, but it's an incredibly bungled film that relies on nostalgia to patch over the many script-level mistakes. The humor, such as it seems, like it's being doled out in a dropper. A drip here, a splat there. That's okay. It doesn't need to be over the top. A shamefully flat mishmash rehash. Reitman pretty much gives up any pretense that this is an actual film in need of a plot and story of its own and starts blitzing us with artifacts, characters, and who you gonna call backs, all that are all tiresome as the pun. Again, we're gonna see a pattern here, girl. I'm not seeing anything that says I shouldn't go see this movie tonight. Not boring necessarily, but not particularly intriguing, given the available possibilities for its very existence suggests. Yeah, I mean, I think if I'm being, I want to look, I think it's tonight, right? Tomorrow. So tonight there'll be showings, preview showings or whatever. Lots of, plenty of fine, positive reviews. It seems like if you wanted nostalgia, then you liked the movie. If you wanted a new and interesting film that plays on the Ghostbusters franchise, then you didn't like it. And that's kind of what I expected. Reitman has elevated what was originally a fantastical lark for wit and sarcasm into an endearing tribute that does not skimp on signature crassness we all came to love 37 years ago. That seems like a good review. NYC Movie Guru says, underwhelming, lazy, and just mildly entertaining. There's not much to see in this neighborhood. It might as well have been called Easter Egg, the movie. A superior act of mimicry. Unfortunately, it's less engaging as a standalone entertainment. Shamelessly catering to fans of the original film while giving them nothing new. Its story and humor are also inexplicably calibrated for a much younger demographic than those old enough to have seen the first film when it came out. Now, that's a concern for me. Excuse me. I don't see anything wrong. The idea that you would be shamelessly catering to the people that are paying you money is not a deterrent for me. I want to be pandered to or catered to. Now, yeah, I want a good movie, obviously. I want it to stand on its own, but my expectations for this film were never that high. In fact, as many of you have pointed out, I've been pretty pessimistic about it. My expectations are simply not high in a movie where it's going to be like the young brainy girl just fixes everything the dumb adults can't get. And I'm sure that'll be the lame storyline of it. But, it's hard to separate. When you look back at the Ghostbusters film, it was so good, but also that cast was essentially lightning in a bottle. You're talking about, 6 people at the top of their game, at the height of their fame for most of them. You know, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, you know, just so many amazing talents at the top of their game on the big screen. They could have sleepwalked through it and been totally fine. But you see a lot of magazines like Paste. Ghostbusters Afterlife is nostalgia whack-a-mole at its worst. If I had to guess that Ghostbusters Afterlife will end up gifting anything lasting to contemporary cinema, it would be an unequivocal litmus test for what kind of moviegoer you are. One who appreciates a tsunami of callbacks from much better film cobbled together into some semblance of something, or as someone who begs for an exit strategy from any nostalgia onslaught that completely takes over after the first act. I think I will probably be shamelessly sucked in by all the member berries. I think that this film, you know, I'm probably going to come out of it and think like, oh, it was kind of lame, but it was so cool seeing the Ecto one. It was so cool seeing, you know, the containment unit, or a callback to Richard Peck, or a callback to, you know, all the various things. That's a big Twinkie. There'll probably be some reference to large Twinkies in the movie or something like that. I'll probably be just like happy with that. It says, I ain't afraid of no bad fan service sequel. But just because you're not scared to watch the franchise wallow in knee-jerk nostalgia doesn't mean it's not a pandering mess. The second half of the same, so it says here, way back in the times of 2019, pre-lockdown, but Afterworld was already experiencing real Old Testament type stuff, like human sacrifice, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. Oh, they mentioned Trump. Shocking, Rolling Stone. So leftist media doesn't like it. They never like fan service. I'm actually, you know, reasonably optimistic that I'll like this film. If we look at, you know, the 2016 Ghostbusters, critics gave this film, by the way, certified fresh at 74%. That literally makes no sense. The audience score hated it. Even a 49 isn't even that bad. It's higher than what the critics rated The Eternals. The problem with the 2016 Ghostbusters was they didn't offer anything other than, hey, we're whamming, and we want your Ghostbuster money, but we don't want to be anything like the Ghostbusters. And they came right out and said it. But a lot of people say Boston doesn't feel good and Ghostbusters Afterlife a frustrating franchise retread. I think that that's probably going to be enough for most of us. I really do. I don't think any of us really just want like this whole new thing to open a whole new can of worms. We just want some good nostalgia and some respect paid. And I feel very confident that Reitman will respect the history. So there's only one thing left to do, and that's to spend an hour and a half watching it tonight, which I'll do, and I'll get back to you. What do you think of all these reviews? I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out this video's sponsor, Bespoke Post. We'll talk to you again real soon.